It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by First Southern Bank, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn Associates Country Financial.
At Prime South Bank, we know the kind of banking we do matters. By helping farmers grow blueberries and peanuts, a stylist grow her customer base, or a restaurant owner his reputation, we're growing our community. We do this with the kind of flexible, accessible local lending that makes community banks America's favorite small business lender. Helping you grow your business means our community's progress never stops. Don't find a bank. Find your Prime at Prime South Bank. Member FDIC.
Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings restaurant in Jessup is now open for business, practicing social distancing, but still serving that great food that Damon's is famous for. Come inside or come through the drive-thru, but Damon's is open inside and welcomes back its customers. The menu's the same, the service is fast, and the food is fantastic, and the sauces remain the same, mild, wild, insane, or inferno. The number is the same, 588-WING, 588-9464. Damon's Restaurant on West Cherry Street in Jessup. Dining room now open for business. Come on in and enjoy a great meal today.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
Most people understand the need for life insurance, but not many want to talk about why it's essential to your financial plan. It may seem intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. Don't get overwhelmed. Get started with Country Financial. Call me, Sean O'Quinn, today at 588-1051 and let me work with you to find life insurance that gives you the protection you need at a price you can afford.
Life insurance policies issued by Country Life Insurance Company and Country Investors Life Assurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
8 minutes after 8, 105.5 FM, Big Dog Country, WIFO in Jessup. World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO. And good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
You good, even after the Braves defeated the Pirates 3-4 over the last 4 days?
Like a good friend texted me over the weekend. He says, they're awful. Oh, they're awful.
They're awful. The Pirates are awful, huh?
We know they're awful. They only it's good for the Braves. The Braves got on the winning track, so.
Yeah, well,
it was just a good weekend. Got to see Phil Mickelson win the.
That was
50.
Fun.
I enjoyed that.
Way to go, old man!
I enjoyed the event that the FCA put on Saturday night. That was a great event out there by Lake Grace. It's a long time since I haven't been to Lake Grace. I forgot how nice.
I go out there all the time.
It's a nice,
my dog.
It's a nice place.
It is a nice place. I love Lake Grace.
I didn't realize how big of the lake. It's a big lake.
Big old lake out there. Yeah, big old lake that was made back in the late '60s. Yep.
But the FCA band put on a good show and great times.
Decent crowd out there?
Yeah, good crowd.
Good crowd out there.
Several hundred people showed
Fellowship
up.
of Christian Athletes event going on out there.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that event. It was nice. It was a nice setting. It was just a nice evening.
Oh, you can't beat Lake Grace when it's pretty out there. I mean, it's just pretty. They've got the water and the cows and the pastures, and then you got a few homes out there. Yeah. Big old nice lake. It's a big asset for Wayne County, Lake Grace.
It was nice. But hats off to the FCA for that event. It was a good event. And thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a good weekend.
Okay. Yeah, a good weekend. Phil Mickelson, like he said, he won. That was great that the eldest ever in that tournament, and 50 years old, and way to go, Phil.
It did my heart good. I was listening to Clay Travis' show on the way in there. They said they had a poll. They wanted to know what people watched most of the weekend, and the choices were the PGA Championship, Major League Baseball and college baseball, the hockey playoffs, or the NBA playoffs. And the NBA playoffs came in dead last, so I was glad to see that because nobody cares about NBA basketball.
I tried watching some of the NBA playoffs, but I really couldn't get into it, I don't know today's players, and it's not basketball like it used to be.
I'm glad the Lakers lost. Anytime LeBron James loses, it's a good day for me.
You don't like LeBron?
No.
The King?
No. I'm anti-LeBron. So I'm glad the Phoenix Suns beat them. I'm pulling for anybody but Los Angeles. I'm glad the Hawks won. The
Hawks pulled it out there at the last moment and beating the Celtics up there at Boston.
I like Trae Young. He's a good player. So.
Go Hawks. I don't know when they play again. I'm sure it won't be tonight. Probably tomorrow night or something like that. But go Hawks. Keep it going, Atlanta. And the Braves have off today, and they'll do interleague play for the next 2 nights on Tuesday and Wednesday up there at Boston.
Yeah, taking on the Red Sox.
Yeah, a little interleague play going on there. And so we are your Atlanta Braves radio station for Southeast Georgia. Listen to the games right here on 105.5 FM. And you went to the scrimmage game on Friday night. You can tell that we lost a lot of good seniors this year. Got to gel it together before August there, especially on offense.
We've got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do, and I'm sure that Coach Cribb and the coaches and the players will put the nose to the grindstone over the summer and work out and get in shape and get ready for practice coming up in August.
A lot of young talent, but I saw Trevin Wallace before the game. He told me his brother's going to be better than him. I thought he was joking, but I saw him after the game. He said, "I told you."
What's the nephew's
his brother's name? It's his brother, Tavion.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Trevion? And what grade is he?
Tavion. T-A-V-I-O-N.
Tavion.
Yeah. I think he's a rising freshman, but I'm telling you, he was impressive.
He was awesome.
The JV team looked good. Jeb Craven looked good at quarterback. Lamar Eccles' son, Cullen, caught that touchdown pass. That was a nice-looking play. But the fourth quarter was mainly the young kids, and the young kids shined. They played extremely well, played with a lot of energy.
Okay.
Had a lot of talent out there, so the future
Still working on
bright.
nailing down our quarterback for this next year, or just trying to get his skills honed in? Don't know.
I've talked to Coach Cribb about that.
Okay. Well, we'll see. You know, they got a lot of young talent out there, a lot of graduating, a lot of great seniors that graduated this year. I mean, 2 of them, 3 of them going to the top colleges, right?
Yeah.
Did 3 of them? One go to Tech, one go to Kentucky, and then did we have 3 that got assigned scholarships this year in football?
Oh, we had 2 major colleges.
2 major college. Okay, 2 major college this year.
Weston's at Georgia Tech and Trevin's at Kentucky.
Okay, all right. So 2 of them this year. A lot of seniors, and so just a lot of work to do between now and August. And Coach Cribb has got the credentials to get it all put together, and we'll look forward to a rebuilding year, but a good year hopefully this year for Wayne County football. And we'll see what happens. And I know these guys work out hard during the summer, come into the school, working out in the weight room, staying in shape, and do what they can. So graduation this coming Friday. And I was noticing on the calendar here for lunch and for dinner. I mean for breakfast and for lunch at the cafeterias that no school on Friday. I didn't know that. It just says no school right there for Friday. I guess that's right. No breakfast, no lunch in the Wayne County schools on Friday. So I guess Thursday's their last day, according to the breakfast and lunch menu there, because it says no school. I mean, you can't get no more plainer than that. It doesn't say we're not serving breakfast or lunch. It just says no school. And so graduation this coming Friday night at 7:30. I'm really surprised that they haven't gone back. You know, for as long as I can remember, graduation was always at 8 o'clock. And then many years ago, when Pipkin was principal, they changed it to 7:30 because it always seemed like it rained a little later. But up until about, I guess maybe 15 years ago or so, it was always at 8 because it starts getting a little cooler then. But it's been at 7:30 ever since then, and it looks like it'll continue to be at 7:30. But you've got that hour-long sunshine and 90-degree weather out there between 7:30 and 8:30. So you just have to sweat. Make sure you've got plenty of water inside of you and fluids before you sit down there and watch the graduation ceremonies this coming Friday night at JC Stadium, and it starts at 7:30. So,
and honors night this Thursday night.
Honors night this Thursday night. Yeah, they did have a special night this past week where they honored the ones with the top grades, top SATs, and all that kind of stuff. Academic achievements is what they did this past week. And this Thursday will be honors night, which means they'll be handing out major thousands of dollars in scholarships this Thursday night.
I'm talking about approximately 75 scholarships going to be handed out Thursday night. So
75 scholarships.
Big event. They're doing that in the gymnasium as well at the Benny Ratliff Arena.
Okay, they'll be in the gymnasium, so you can go there and that's I think an invitation event only there, right. For the honors night because you have limited space there.
Right. Each student receives 6 tickets to invite family and friends. It starts at 7 p.m. Thursday in the Benny Ratliff Arena.
Unlike graduation, where anybody can go to that, it's open, wide open for Friday night at JC Stadium. And usually both sides of the stands are packed, usually at graduation. So, you got your moms and dads and grandpa and grandmas and aunts and uncles and cousins and friends all out there watching that 18-year-old go across that stage, getting that diploma. They work, basically most of them 12, 13, some 14 years to get, or if they start in preschool or not.
Exciting times.
Yep. And then Memorial Day weekend coming up this weekend. It'll be a 3-day holiday for a lot of folks, with Monday being a holiday. And I'm sure that folks will enjoy the weekend, this coming weekend, because it looks like it's going to be sunny. Looking at the weather forecast here, got sunny skies all the way through Sunday. But it does cool off a hair this coming weekend. When I say cool off, it will get down to 91 on Sunday, but 94 today, 96 tomorrow, 96 on Wednesday, 99 on Thursday, 99 on Friday, 96 on Saturday, and 91 on Sunday. So it's going to be a hot week this week leading up to Memorial Day weekend. But sunny skies all week. So folks will be able to get outdoor and enjoy the river and the lakes and the ponds and the beach and just have a good old time. Backyard barbecues ought to be going on. And we just hope everybody has a great weekend. Just keep it tuned in to 105.5 FM, and we'll keep you entertained and informed. And, Bob, we gave out our very first cash can clue for this season's cash can promotion, the Big Dog Country, WIFO, and Neesmith Chevy Buick GMC cash can promotion. We gave out the very first clue this morning around 7:10. We'll give it out again today around 12:50, around 3:05, and around 5:50, and then we'll start with a new clue tomorrow. And then sometime in the next few weeks, somebody will walk that door with a big grin on their face, Bob, holding that cash can, wanting to get their check for $1,055.
And word to the wise again, no, we don't know where it's at.
I'm the only one.
You know where it's at.
I know where it's at.
I know where it's at.
And but no one else. Bob doesn't know. Leanne doesn't know. Jonathan doesn't know. Nobody at the station knows. I know where it's at, but it's hidden on public property somewhere in Wayne County. You don't need a shovel. You don't need a ladder. It's safely hidden. You don't have to go through briars and thickets and all that to get to it or anything. It's easy to get to, and we just encourage you to start gathering the clues together and trying to figure out where it's at. And every clue has something in there. How trivial it may seem when you look at the clue at first. When you figure out where it's at, you'll say, oh, yeah, that first clue did have a hint in there or something about it. And then the second one, the third one. Someone just sent in, Bob. It says, you can always text us with questions and comments at 912-427-3711. Our main business line is text enabled at 912-427-3711. Someone just texted in, Bob, and says, I'm with you, Bob, and they have thumbs down on LeBron James. So you got someone else there that feels the same way you do about LeBron there, Bob.
Just not a big LeBron fan.
Yeah. Who are they playing?
They're playing the Phoenix Suns.
That's right, the Suns. I remember
Phoenix
seeing that.
Suns.
Yeah, they were at Phoenix because I remember seeing the crowd, the little crowd there.
Devin Booker, a little bit I saw, had a good game. I said I was just glad the Phoenix Suns beat the Lakers. And I said as soon as Barkley says they're not going to the finals anyway. He said they can't win 3 series on the road. So
who's that?
Charles Barkley says the Lakers aren't making the finals anyway. So
okay.
That's what he says. I want to disagree.
Was he a soothsayer?
Charles is pretty smart when it comes to basketball.
He's a hoot to listen to, isn't he? He is a hoot to listen to.
That's just an enjoyable show. Watching him and Shaq go back and forth, and Ernie Johnson trying to play peacemaker. Kind of fun.
That would be a hoot. Can you imagine those two? That's got to be fun.
It's just amazing how those two guys get under these NBA players' skins. So apparently, they must listen to everything they say because they're always, being chastised for their criticism of players. But like Shaq says, if you can't take criticism, you don't need to be playing the games.
Yeah, you can't have a thick skin and be an athlete because you are going to be criticized.
I don't see most people going up to Shaq and trying to say anything to Shaq.
No, not in person.
I think Shaq can handle himself.
Yeah, not in person.
But I just enjoy that show. That's an entertaining show between those guys. But learn a lot.
You learn a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though you don't care about NBA, but you like watching those two guys.
I watch the pregame show and then I turn it off.
Yeah. Just to watch the pregame with Shaq and Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Ernie Johnson is the moderator.
Right. Kenny Smith's on there too. So.
Okay.
It's a good show. They've won a lot of awards. A lot of Emmys.
A lot of Emmys? Okay. Okay, Big Dog Country Radio, 105.5 FM in Jessup, world famous Butch and Bob Show here for this Monday morning, the 24th day of May. You can always text in questions and comments at 912-427-3711, 912-427-3711. I imagine this is going to be a very slow week when it comes to anything governmental-wise, isn't it? Other than graduation?
The school board meets Tuesday.
Oh, they do meet?
Yeah, they've got a call meeting at 5 for...
What are they going to be discussing?
They've got all kinds of
stuff. Oh, they got all kinds of
stuff
stuff to finish up here before the school year ends on...
Right.
Yeah, actually, the graduation's on Friday, but usually the teachers are still around for another week or so, and the administrators and everything.
They've got budgets.
Budgets?
Still working on that budget.
Talking about that money.
They'll have the tenant budget done by June 8th, and then have the budget approved after that. But they've got... Trying to find the agenda. There's several others on the agenda. Like I said, still talking about their capital outlay projects, the budget. They got to approve the salary schedules, the supplemental schedules, and then they've got that cleaning service. They're going to discuss that contract. Remember, they hired that cleaning service to come in and do all the janitorial stuff.
Are they going to continue with them?
It's the cleaning and restoration contracts on the agenda to discuss. So, not sure if they're going to renew it, or we'll find out at the meeting on Tuesday, I guess, because it's on the agenda.
Okay. They brought them in because of the COVID situation. Will they still need them? Or we'll find out if they still need them or not, or if that's the ones they really want to use to clean. Because, as hard as it is to find employees these days, you might need a company to do that. I don't know. I don't have any inside information on that, but I'm sure they'll make the right decision.
Maybe that's why it's on the agenda. Maybe they don't have any employees just to clean. Who knows?
Well, I've heard stories about certain people in government situations around town getting their stimulus checks and deciding, I don't need to go to work this week. Because they had enough money. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. You just hear things, that you got certain people out there get that $1,400 check and say, I'm just going to skip work for about a week or two, and then try to go back, and they say, hey, you didn't show up. Well, I had money. Yeah. Just get that COVID check. That stimulus check, and just pay off some bills or put it back for hard times. But, don't stop going to work just because you got, a stimulus check. Get something that you've always wanted that you couldn't afford, or pay off some bills, or put it in savings, or do something with it, but don't give up your regular income just because you got a $1,400 check. But I've heard stories about that from business owners and managers and government managers here around town. All of them. There was, understand there's just show you the employment situation. There's one fast food restaurant in town that says it needs about 80 employees to be able to operate correctly all during the week. About 80, full-time, part-time. And they've only can get about mid-30s is all they can hire because there's just no one else wanting to work. But with this extra $300 coming in, going to be ending in June here, sometime I think about the third week in June here in the state of Georgia, maybe some of these people will say, yeah, I guess I got to go back to work now. So we'll see.
Still trying to adjust the Huddle House not being open tonight. Like I said that's been tradition for years after the football games.
Can't go to the Huddle House because nobody wants to serve or cook.
Joe and I just couldn't find anywhere the opener was eat. Everything was closed, so I was kind of disappointed after Friday night scrimmage, looking for a place to eat, and there's nobody open. That's where we're at. All these places can't find anybody to work.
No, and it's not only restaurants; it's all kinds of businesses. You got, let's say, the trucking business. They don't have enough truckers out there to deliver the products to the stores out there and other places, and to distribution centers and that sort. You just got so many businesses out there that are trying to hire and doing their best to try to hire, but you just can't find anybody because they're all sitting at home. Getting those, not all, but a lot of them sitting at home getting those unemployment checks. But that'll be ending before long, at least the extra part. And unemployment doesn't last forever; it only lasts for a certain while. And then you've got to find a job. And no one can say there's no job out there because they're everywhere. And we're not talking about just a little over minimum wage jobs. We're talking about good jobs too.
ends in the end of June. State of Georgia, Governor Kemp ended that end of June.
So end of June, that extra $300 will stop.
It's hard to argue with the person that, I've had several friends tell me, why would I go to work when I make more money sitting at home getting a check in the mail? So it's hard to argue with that. I mean, I just don't know what the argument is.
Well, it's just a matter if you want to live off other, you're living off other taxpayers. You're saying, well, I'd rather live off other people than make my own income.
But they're making more sitting at home than they would be working.
Well, now's the time to go out there and say, all right, with the 4 weeks left.
Until the federal government stops doing that, stops handing all that free money out.
Well, that's what's going to happen. The Georgia is not going to participate in that extra $300 a week starting at the end of June, just like many other states are starting to do. So you'll still have the state unemployment there, which is $250 to $300 a week. But that extra $300 a week from the feds will stop in the state of Georgia at the end of June, along with several other states that'll stop at the end of June. Instead of September, like it's planned for a lot of states, keep it going. Especially the blue states. But a lot of the red states are saying, hey, we've got businesses out there hurting because they can't find anybody to work because people are sitting at home. But now is the time for these people who are drawing these checks to start saying, all right, come the end of June, I'm going to lose a lot of it, so I better start there looking and go ahead and pick those plum jobs right now because they're out there. Don't wait until the last minute when you got to settle for something. Go out there and start looking right now and say, all right, I'll start July 1st or whatever the case may be.
There's plenty of jobs out there.
Plenty of jobs out there. I mean, sheesh. Everywhere you look, you see help wanting.
Yeah, if anybody says they can't find a job, they're just not looking.
They're just not looking. And some of these businesses out there are paying a little bit more right now, trying to entice people to come in. Some of them are paying signing bonuses if you stay for X amount of weeks or whatever the case may be. And so now is a good time to go out there and find a good job before the unemployment benefits in. 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, world famous Butch and Bob Show here for this Monday morning, 24th day of May. And so anything sports-wise going on this week that you're going to be keeping an eye on?
They got a special signing on Wednesday. 3 of our baseball players are signing scholarships, so we'll be there Wednesday at 1:30. Plus, we got some banquets this week, the golf banquets for Wednesday. Again, it is a steak dinner. Again, they are pre-selling tickets. If you want a ticket to that, it's $25 each. 427-6505 is the number at the Pro Shop. So make sure you call and get a ticket for that. That's Wednesday night, 6:30 at the Country Club, and the baseball banquet's tonight at 6:30 at Coastal Pines Technical College. So everybody's winding down the sports year. No more sports teams are playing, but several banquets are set, and there's a signing ceremony Wednesday. So
Wednesday, the signing ceremony for how many baseball players you said?
3.
3 of our Wayne County varsity baseball players are going to be signing scholarships this Wednesday.
Zach Thomas, Tyler Dennison, Blake Brockington all going to sign to play baseball at college next year. So congrats to them.
We wish them the best. Anything else in your mind this morning, Bob?
No, just remember it's going to get hot this weekend.
It's going to be hot, especially hot every single day this week, but especially midweek. So, Bob, have a good day. All right, world famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by First Southern Bank, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn & Associates Country Financial.